everyone, welcome back. Today we are checking in on the peach. This mead has been fermenting for about, it's been just over 2 weeks. It's been sitting in here. As you can see, there isn't much pressure. I think that has to do with the lid. Ooh, oh my God. Oh, that smells like alcohol. I'm gonna scoop out the peaches and then I'm gonna put them in my crushy thingy and I'm going to extract all of the peach juice that's in here. Okay, I think it has enough headspace now. So I did sanitize everything. Of course, that is number one. You have to remember to sanitize or your brew could be totally ruined. I'm just winging this. I don't really know what I'm doing right now. Now I used 4 pounds of peaches, remember? And we'll see if I need to use more. This is going to take forever. I think I got as much peach juice as I'm gonna get. I need to rack and I need to take a gravity reading. I need to see where I'm at. Do I need to add more honey? Am I gonna need to add more peaches before I add my spices and stuff? So I will be right back. I'm gonna get this racked over into just a regular old cowboy? Carboy. I'm racking into a carboy. All right, so I've got the mead racked. I just, nothing ever really goes according to plan. You see how high this is? Some of that ended up on my floor. I put this on the floor so that it would rack faster, and I hadn't noticed it started overflowing onto the floor. Thankfully, what's left in there, I don't need, it's got a lot of sediment and stuff in it. Clearly this does too. It's full of sediment. Maybe one day I will figure out water to fruit ratio, water to fruit honey ratio. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this and then I'm gonna take a gravity reading and pray that I don't need to add honey because clearly I have no space for honey. It is pretty good. You can taste the peach, which is good, but it's not peachy enough. I'm gonna have to add more peaches to this for sure. And it is dry. And this is very young. This is only 2 weeks old, just over 2 weeks old. And it's already, it's pretty good as it is right now. However, it's definitely dry. So I might need to find a temporary vessel. I do want to add brown sugar. We'll see if it's below 1.00. If it is, my little beaker here won't be able to get a good reading. It's like barely floating. Barely floating. It's underneath 1.0000. So it's like 0.998. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find something else to temporarily put some of this extra mass into. Okay, I've got some stuff. Jeez, it's like all crystallized. Did slightly less than a half cup of orange blossom honey, which is what I had originally wanted to use. And I don't know, I didn't. So I decided to just go ahead, use some orange blossom honey because why not? It is gonna add an extra sweetness boost. I'm going to use the racking cane to stir with. This is sort of one of my usual weird things that I do. You just gotta improvise, Probably put a little bit more of that mead in here since there's so much honey volume over there. 1.020 exactly. It was 1.130, right? Like I made it sweet. No, it wouldn't have been 1.030 because that's like no sugar. I'm pretty sure it was 1.130. That's what I wrote down. If that is correct, this is over 17%, which is why the first thing I smelled was alcohol. It took 2 weeks for 71B, which for me has usually stuck to the lower side. I've never had it do this before. Oh, it's a 17% mead. I really hope it doesn't re-ferment. I can't see how it could. Oh my God. What the frick? I'm surprised it tastes as good as it does. Maybe I'm just getting used to that alcohol flavor. Well, that is at-home mead making for you when you don't use stabilizers. God, I'm glad the peach is coming through though. I'm gonna have to I gotta add some peaches to this. I might want this around 1.030. Just have it a little bit more dessert-like a peach pie. Anyways, I'm just gonna transition from here into the next section of this video. Phew. Hello everyone, this is a continuation of the peach pie mead. Last time I racked the mead into 2 little thingamajingers. Today we're adding more peaches and we're racking everything back into a bucket. So I had to buy pre-frozen peaches because it's the middle of winter and peaches aren't in season. You can't buy fresh peaches, which is unfortunate. I was thinking about caramelizing the peaches, maybe like baking them, soaking them in brown sugar or something for a while, you know, trying to make it more baked-like. But no such luck. I bought these private selection peach slices. They have ascorbic acid and citric acid. No preservatives, which generally you wouldn't want if you're trying to ferment with fruit. However, I don't want these peaches to keep fermenting. Oh, huh. I was thinking I'd have to skin these things and I don't. I have like a bowl ready and everything. They're just little peach slices. Perfect. This is a pound. This is a pound. I'm adding 2 pounds of peaches. They're a little bit chilly, but guess what? I don't care because I'm not trying to ferment. What I'm gonna do from here is I'm gonna start racking. Look at that. This little baby is so cute. And yes, I'm gonna rack this because I want it. I want all the juicy juice I can get. All right, so I racked this, it's on some peaches. Let's take a gravity reading just to make sure this thing didn't move. I'm not sure if it did or not. TBH. Okay, it is floating. 1.020. A side note, if you decide to write your notes, make sure they don't have the little tear line because my recipe book is falling apart. So it's been about 2 weeks and it didn't move. It shouldn't move considering it is over 17%. Well, there's not really a reason for me to try this, just I guess if I'm curious to know. I'm going to put the lid on it and let it sit for another 2 weeks. Maybe in about a week, I will add my spices and let everything sit together for another week. Let the peaches sit for a total of 3 weeks. All right, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let it sit and I will see you again here very shortly. I'm just gonna continue this video. Transition. It has been 2 weeks, so now I'm going to add my bag of spices and let it sit and hang out with the peaches for about another week. The alcohol content is so high in that bucket, it's fine if the peaches are still in there. I mean, I'm gonna check on them clearly just to make sure that they're okay, but they're probably okay. All right, I feel like I have to show this to you because it looks weird, but this is a very inhospitable place for mold. So, all right, this is what it looks like in here. Got some odd little white bits floating around like that there. There's just a bunch here and there. I feel like it's just bleached peach, you know, like it's like just some part of the peach that does not look like mold. And this is seriously like really, it's such a high alcohol that I don't think it would exist. Why is this bubbling though? That is a lot of fizzing. Before we add spices, because we want those to be when the fermentation is finished, just in case, I didn't think I was gonna have to do this because surely it's done. But that fizzing kind of worries me. So gravity was at 1.020. It's about the same. So I guess it's just degassing. Oh my God. I'm gonna try a little bit just to see how much these peaches have imparted. Okay, they have helped. We're gonna add the spices. I think it's okay. I would wanna stir it more, but because it's gonna stay in this bucket for a little bit longer, the seal isn't very good on it. It's definitely like leaking air, so I don't wanna risk anything, so I'm just gonna let it be. All right, so how I figured out the spices, all right? So what we have some ginger, we have nutmeg, clove, cinnamon stick, allspice, and cardamom. And what I did is I looked up just pie spices. I just looked up pie spices. I couldn't actually find, like, I swear peach pie is a thing, right? I swear it is, but I couldn't really find like I tried looking peach pie spices and the only thing that came up were apple pie. You know, I mean, apple pie. I don't know. I feel like it's got to be kind of the same stuff, right? So I looked up roundabouts how much of each thing people would put into their mead. Now some of these, the measurements aren't gonna be exact. For example, ginger, I have a half a teaspoon. I mean, I guess I could cut off what would amount to a half a teaspoon in here. A whole cinnamon stick. It said ground nutmeg, but I think typically we don't put ground spices. I could be wrong, but I'm just gonna crush a whole nutmeg, like open it. A vanilla bean, which I'm gonna put at the end. And I think like 1 clove, literally 1, because these teeny tiny things are very, very powerful. A half a teaspoon of cardamom. I'm probably just gonna crack a couple of these. And allspice is 1/4 of a teaspoon. So I'm probably just gonna take 1 allspice berry and do that. I have a fresh baggie. These guys are really, really cheap because you're only supposed to use it once. I'm just gonna throw my cinnamon stick in there. I'm gonna throw my 1 clove in. It sucks, the only way to buy cloves is like, you have to buy like a ton of cloves. Like, I'm not gonna use this many ever. I never have recipes where I use cloves, so I don't know. I guess I need to learn how to bake pie so that I can use these cloves. This knife sucks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of like cut some pieces off. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh my God. I think I need a hammer. All right, I will admit I'm a little bit nervous right now. I think I'm going to just put it inside the muslin bag. Sanitize the hammer? I mean, why not, I guess. Oh, it worked. And I guess I'll just use 2 allspice berries. I'm just gonna hammer these 2. I'll use 3 cardamoms. That's it. I got my little spicy bag. I'm gonna tie it up, throw it in there, and that's it. I'm gonna put this away for a week, and then we'll be back to test it. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this turns out well. I really hope it does, and I hope that I can give you a recipe that you can use to make this and have good success as well. I hope, but you know, we'll see. I don't know. Well, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.